So are you gonna make 2025 your bitch, or is 2025 making you its bitch? Huh? Quickly! Bitch, I'm convinced that me and you need to talk, so we're gonna talk, okay? If you've been feeling behind in life, or you have all these goals and you don't really know what to do, or you haven't really sat down and tackled them, then I'm specifically talking to you, bitch. Because we're literally not gonna have another year go by and you're existing and not living. It's actually time to lock the in. Like, romanticize your life, chase your goals, and become that bitch. And quit it with the whole, I'm gonna start next week, or, oh my gosh, Sunday sounds like a great day to start. Ooh, the first of the month is right around the corner. The excuses are tired, girl. Like, who are we playing? Are you trying to convince them, or are you trying to convince yourself? Hang up the excuses and pick up your goals. Let's talk about it. First things first, let's talk about mindset. And I know that everybody and their moms talk about mindset. Like, I get it. I hear you out 120%. But actually hear me out, though.
Wait. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
The reason why you feel stuck is because you're literally letting your fears tackle you, and you're not tackling your goals. You're overthinking, you're worried about money, overwhelmed by the future. And I get it. I've been there, done that. Girl, don't even have to tell me twice. But literally ask yourself, what are you doing to actually change it? Like, are we just gonna sit here and sit and sulk and complain about things that we aren't changing or trying to change? Or are you gonna get the up and make 2025 your bitch? I want you to think of your mindset like a GPS, okay? And you have to put the destination in the GPS in order for you to understand where you're going and how you're gonna get there. And without the destination, girl, we're just gonna be going in circles and circles and circles, and honestly, you might get lost. And if you're not lost, you're gonna end up in the same place that you've been at. So what does that all mean? Move with intention. Move with intention. And that all starts with getting serious with what you actually want. So sit there and ask yourself these 3 questions. 1, what am I unhappy about? 2, why am I unhappy, or what is causing me to be unhappy about this? And 3, what can I change today to make this situation 1% better? Not 100, not 50, not 20, just 1% better. Now that we got our minds right, or starting to, we're gonna start or get our life together, okay? And to some, that may seem intimidating, but honestly, it's not. You say you want to travel, or you want to wake up every day with your hair done, makeup done, nails done, skin glowing, and just feel like that bitch. But have you actually sat down and thought about, how am I going to become that bitch? Or what does that bitch look like to me? Because saying it and planning it are 2 completely different things, babes. I'm gonna give you 3 tips on how you can organize or feel like you're getting your life together literally today. Like, make this your week-long project. Step 1 is to create a vision board. I know, and that's so cliche of me to say. But if you don't see it, then you won't believe it. And if you don't actually put it down somewhere where you actually see it, like for me, I made it a whole desktop, home screen, lock screen kind of vibe, because I work on social media 24/7. So that's where I'm gonna see it. If you wake up every day and you go to your desk and you see like what's on top of your desk, make it for your desk. Or if you're in the kitchen the first thing in the morning, put it in your kitchen. Put it somewhere that you're gonna see, because if you don't see it, you're not gonna believe it. And I'm honestly such a firm believer that if you write something down or put something together, like, it clicks so much more in your head and you're that much more serious about it. And when I say vision board, I'm not talking about your Pinterest board, babe. We can't just slap down the Pinterest board and call it a day, okay? That's not what I'm talking about. I mean actually putting together images of what your ideal life wants to look like. What does becoming that bitch look like? What is that bitch lifestyle to you? Be specific. If you want to travel, put down the places that you want to travel. If you want to work with a brand, put down a specific brand or a campaign that you want to work with the brand. If you want to reinvent your branding, put down examples of how you want to reinvent your branding. Step 2, the 12-week year. And I'm forever standing on this because it has made goal setting for me so much easier. You cannot plan out a whole entire year because, babe, can you that's so Raven? You can see into the future? We're not waiting the whole entire 2025 to get everything together. In fact, I actually watched a video and this girl said that it's not good to plan out your whole entire year because you don't know what's coming. You can't anticipate for anything. It's better to plan out 12 weeks because that's when you have more control. And on top of that, if you plan out for a whole entire year, you're more likely to procrastinate the things that you wanted to accomplish in the beginning of the year towards the end of the year just because you feel like you haven't done anything that year because you've been putting it off for so long. So we're treating every 12 weeks like it's 20 2025, girl. And so what if it's literally March? I watched that video that I just talked about like last month. You're literally not behind. You are where you exactly need to be. But basically for the 12 weeks, you're only focusing on 3 goals. And if you break that down into a whole year, you're only really focusing on 12 goals. You know what I'm saying? For the first 3 months, be very specific, make it measurable that you can see your progress within 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Did you reach this goal? Did you not reach this goal? And also be very aware of self-imposed deadlines. Like, yes, I'm pushing you to be better, but do not stress yourself out to the point where you get burnt out. So pick 3 goals, be specific, break them down, and set some deadlines. Step 3. I didn't really do this correctly, but a quarterly bingo card. At the end of 2024, I ended up making a bingo card for the whole entire year. And like I just said, it doesn't really align with my 12-week plan. And with that being said, like also you can accomplish a lot more things. So I would suggest making a quarterly bingo card that pushes you to become that bitch. Like, this is the fun part, you know what I'm saying? And just feel so much better about yourself. And always celebrating the small wins. Because, girl, let me tell you, romanticizing your life starts with celebrating yourself. But basically, utilize the bingo card to keep track of your progress and see how much you actually accomplished, because that's going to continuously motivate you. And these 3 resources that you create for yourself won't actually mean anything if you don't value them. So dedicate a lot of time into these, girls, because if you don't value them, then it's just an arts and craft moment, you know? Okay, now let's talk about romanticizing our life. Because if you're just waiting for life to happen to you, as in you're just waiting until you have the money or you have the perfect lifestyle, girl, how do you think you got there? If you waited for those things, you would literally be waiting forever. Romanticizing your life isn't about being rich. It's about being intentional. It's waking up and making your whole entire morning routine feel so luxurious, even if you have a $5 candle and just your playlist, girl. It's going for a walk with your iced coffee and feeling like you're the main character. It's filming in public without a care. Because, girl, let's be honest. When you film out in public, they don't know how many followers you have, whether it's how big or how little. It's making every little thing about your day feel so entirely special that you just feel so grateful to live the life that you live. Nobody knows who you are, so just act as if you are the person that you want to become. Because once you start feeling like you're that bitch, you're going to move like you're that bitch. And once you start moving like you're that bitch, you are that bitch. Okay, bitch, I'm so sorry for being the friend that had to tell you what you needed to hear and not what you wanted to hear. But aren't you so happy that we get to have these talks together? But on a serious note, it's time to stop playing and start doing. Because the excuses are done, they're tired, they hung up. You're literally not behind, babe. You just have not started. I want to hold you accountable. I want you to hold me accountable. And if you need a little extra push, do not hit me with, oh, I'm going to start it tomorrow morning. Oh, I'm going to start it Sunday. Bitch, you better do it today. I want to see it tonight. I'm talking about your bingo card, your 12-week plan. I'm talking about your vision board. I want you to talk and yap my ear off about what you're actually going to get started. Anyways, thanks for spending time with me. I love spending time with you. And this is how you're going to make 2025 your bitch. Kisses. Mwah.